Hello and welcome. In this tutorial we will create a splat scene. We will scale, position and rotate that scene, add a skydome and set initial camera views. Okay, let's get started. Once you have logged in, you will arrive at the client page. Here you can create a new project or enter an existing project. Let's enter the default trial project that is created for all trial users. Here we can create a new splat scene. First we enter a title and a codename. This codename will be part of the web page address for your splat page. Now we can choose from three options. You could upload a file, self-host a file, or reuse one of the template scenes. We've created 4 template scenes for you to explore. In these scenes, lots of features are enabled and you can experiment and play around. Self-host option allows you to enter a web address to a hosted file. Keep in mind, this file needs to be hosted on a server that has certain course settings in place for us to be allowed or able to access your splat file remotely. And you have the option to browse a local file and upload that. Currently we support .py, .splat and .ksplat files. There's a file size limit in place. It's 72 MBs. So if you need to display larger files, it's advisable to compress them or contact us for a premium account. You can compress those files using Mark Kellogg's web demo to create ksplats or use SuperSplat to create a compressed .py file. For this example, I'll just grab this file that we provide. I'll copy the link address and I'll just paste it in the address bar here. I could also have downloaded and then uploaded it. Would be the same deal. I just create this page. Let's hide this help section. Okay, the link here on the left would display the splat scene as it would be displayed to public users. Here we can delete the scene, but let's edit the scene. Okay, first thing we notice, it's quite small. So what I do is I click on the scene title to open the scene properties. Here I open up the transform table to scale up the splat scene, or the base splat as we call it, with a factor 10 and save that. Okay, this looks much better. My splat scene was already orientated correctly, so up is up. This is a step we usually do in SuperSplat. Clean up the splat, orientate it correctly, scale it correctly, and position the origin to a logical place before we compress it to a ksplat or a compressed POY file. Once we get it into our platform, we can still do the adjustments. So we could still scale and rotate to a finer degree than you can do at SuperSplat. Next thing we could do is add a sky shader. So there's a couple of gaps in the splat file where the sky is supposed to be. We can fix that by adding a sky shader. The sky shader has 2 options. We could control the horizontal and the vertical angle of the sun. Usually we just grab a feature in the scene that has some shadow, align ourselves up with the shadow and the shadow caster, and then behind that is the most logical place to place the sky or the sun, and adjust the horizontal or the vertical angle of the sun to create a more daytime sky. So this fills up those gaps pretty nicely. So let's save this again. Finally, to set an initial camera view, I'll just refresh the page and see what we have by default. So in the basic scene setup, the initial camera view will always be looking at the origin. So what I can save is a position and a distance to this origin. So let's take this for instance. I go to the title of the Splat scene. To open up the scene properties, go to the camera tab and I click use current view. Now this view is saved as the initial camera view. For this, I'll just reposition the camera, refresh the page again. And there we go. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I hope to see you next time. Have a great day.